Yo,
Okay,
what's good?
There we go.
good. Just waiting on Joe, and I think Neil's going to be a bit late, but he's coming on at some point. So,
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
about time you answer your phone, Alex.
Yeah, sorry, I was in the kitchen. Did not have my phone on me.
Yo,
I didn't.
yo, let the man eat. Come on.
Yeah, man, I didn't know if I had known you were eating your supper at 9 o'clock at night. I wouldn't have called.
I wasn't even really eating at this point. We were just kind of like sitting at the kitchen table talking. So
Okay. So,
Yeah. Probably had my phone on me.
so Joe and Neil can chime in whenever. So, all right. So, welcome to another edition Raising Hell in Jersey podcast. I'm your host, Jake Wakely. As you guys know, we got some news. We got a bunch of Devil stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Much so.
What order should we go in? Should we get the elephant out of the room first, or should we talk about the signing today?
I think we get the elephant out of the room first and then talk about other stuff.
Yeah, let's get rid of the big elephant out of the room here.
Okay, so as everybody's been aware, Corey Crawford has missed, 5 days, including the mandatory day off from Devils practice. The first couple days was maintenance. The last 2 days, including today, have been personal days. We don't know what it is. He might be dealing with family. There's a lot of rumors out there about retirement, maybe opting out. As Alex and I both eloquently said, give the man privacy. We hope all the best for him. We hope it's nothing serious. It's his decision, and it appears his teammates have been reaching out and trying to, support him in any way. But they want him in camp, too, and they want him on the team. But they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, not an ideal situation, but like Jim said, you want to give him all the time and space he needs. I mean, we're in the middle of a once-in-a-century pandemic, not easy times to live in. So, if he's got some family issues that he needs to sort out or whatever it is, just give him the time he needs. And, the Devils just have to operate without him for in the meantime.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. Is he injured? Does he have a family emergency he's attending to? Is he really injured and the team knows something but they don't know something at the same time? They don't want to say anything yet. Did Corey Crawford sign that 2-year contract, showed up to camp, and then all of a sudden decided maybe he knew in free agency after he left Chicago that maybe he's still a little upset by that because he spent a long time of his career there, basically his whole career. And then also, is he contemplating retirement now after signing 2 years into the contract with the Devils? I know he is up there for age for a goaltender. He's still very capable of playing games and stuff, and he can hold the fort too if if Blackwood goes down or Blackwood's struggling. But if Crawford's not there, I mean, I don't care how good Jill Sen and Scott Wedgwood look in scrimmages. They're not going to hold the fort as a 1B option as Corey Crawford would with Mackenzie Blackwood. So, I don't know what to think. Something's not adding up. It could... Is he running into maybe the same situation that Bobby Ryan ran into? Is he had something go on very bad or upsetting in his family, and he's gotten so down on himself that maybe he's lost, I don't know, has he lost interest in playing the game and he's got into maybe a bit of an issue outside of hockey and sports and a more personal thing? I don't know. Jim, I know Alex, you and Jim are you guys have your connections with this and that. Have you guys heard anything on what's going on with Corey Crawford?
I really haven't heard much.
Yeah, same here.
The only really thing I can point to is maybe there's some side effects that we don't know about after he tested positive for COVID prior to the return to play. But he looked fine in the return to play for Chicago. But we don't really know what the true side effects are of this, disease. So there could be something there. I know he has the concussion issues. Did something happen in practice? They really didn't say. I mean, I've been trying to dig, and I'm really getting nowhere. I mean, it's really a lot of radio silence, and a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah, pretty much the same on my end. I haven't heard anything. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really gonna like try to speculate
No.
on it too much too, because like who knows what's going on at this point. But I guess I mean Devils' first game is a week from today, so they should probably just they gotta have a contingency plan in place just in case he's not around when the games start next week. So I mean they gotta think about that, but for whatever is going on with him, and I'm sure we'll find out at some point. I mean, either with the Devils making a statement or some insider, one of the insiders breaking the news, like Bob McKenzie, Elliot Friedman, whoever, Chris Johnston. We'll get something eventually, but just hope whatever is going on with Corey that everything's fine and it's not anything that's really serious that would affect his health or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy just to like Alex was saying. You have a week away. You're really not sure. Like, do the Devils do like the 4:30 media drop tomorrow and be like, "Oh yeah, Crawford can't play the rest of the." I'm like, that would be kind of their move, but I don't think so. I mean,
I don't see that either.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that. Like, that's like a league kind of move. But I mean, you don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, really, in practice. If he doesn't show up, then there's something serious going on, and we just hope the best for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't anticipate. I mean, he hasn't been there pretty much. He was there when they were doing like team photos and stuff. I think he was there on media day.
He was there Sunday, right? He was there.
That's what I thought, wasn't he? Was he in the scrimmage on Sunday?
Yeah, he played in the scrimmage on Sunday.
That's what I had thought also. Yeah, I wouldn't. This is not any inside info or anything like that. I wouldn't anticipate him being in the scrimmage tomorrow. But I mean, if he is, we'll see. Just based off like the comments that Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac said, it kind of sounded like he's not going to be around the team for a little bit. So I think Zajac said something along the lines of like, we just need to give him his space and time, but like, we want him here. We want him to be part of this team. So,
like that. Alex, that line right there that you just mentioned, I want to get all your guys' opinions on this too. But that line specifically that you just mentioned, that tells me it's either a serious health, personal matter, a family member has passed on or family member has left, or he seriously is actually contemplating retiring.
Yeah.
That's like the three. Yeah. That's the few things I can think of.
When Zajac said that, it sounded to me like he was contemplating whether he wants to continue playing or not. And honestly, if that's what it is, then like you could think of so many worse things that it could be. Like if he just doesn't want to play anymore, then like, at least thank God it's not like a health issue or anything like that. But I mean, that wouldn't be ideal for the Devils, that's for sure.
No, it wouldn't be. No. I mean, it didn't, if I'm understanding the rules correct, didn't the time to opt out pass already?
Yeah, no, way before. I mean, I guess if you wanted to opt out for the season, I don't think like they'd say no, but the opt-out was already passed, like, I think it was like December 27th or something like that before, wasn't it, during the holidays?
Yeah, and I think if you do it now, it's like there's a financial penalty to it.
Yeah, something like that. But, I mean, if he has to opt out of the season for, like, a health issue, I bet you there wouldn't be, like, a financial penalty or some... I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, we'll get some clarity on this at some point, whether it's in the next few days or in a couple of weeks or whatever. But like, hopefully whatever it is, he'll be able to play and suit up for the Devils this season, because I know, a lot of people were excited when the Devils signed him to be Mackenzie Blackwood's backup. So it's unfortunate he won't be around to start the season. At least it seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because they addressed a very important need in the backup goalie, and they got a good one. And in a short season, he's definitely going to want to play. But, it's just bad break after bad break for this team.
Yeah, and definitely definitely missing some really key guys to start camp. It's not the best situation, but you got to make the best of it, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, I want to get your opinion kind of on it too, because I wanted to get everybody's opinion. But if Corey Crawford does it, like here in a couple days or in a couple weeks, he decides to announce his retirement. I mean, as I was gonna say, and then we'll get Neil's opinion on it now.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
In here as well.
How we all doing?
Hey,
Good.
Good.
What's new and exciting?
Okay, we're just Jim and Alex. Just to kind of get you caught up, we're starting with the elephant in the room. We've kind of started to talk about Corey Crawford missing practice and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna let Joe go on this and give his take first,
Yep.
and then I'll let you go ahead.
Okay.
If Corey Crawford does announce his retirement, Joe,
yeah.
I mean, it's not the first time us Devils fans have seen a player
You
retire on
mean
the team.
the
is it?
IK initial move? May I interpretation around this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro.
Really, when you talk about Zajac saying, you got to give space for Crawford, it does sound like there's a little bit of everything between. It sounds like not just COVID, but it sounds like other precautions with his history of concussions that you guys related to earlier. I think it's that as well. And then it's like, family could be concerned about his overall well-being. And I think maybe he signed a little too quickly for that matter. Right now for the goaltenders like Wedgwood, Jill Sen, just to name a few, Evan Cormier, for those guys, it's going to be baptism by fire when the season gets really revved up to back up Blackwood.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that it would be baptism by fire, because you look at Wedgwood. Wedgwood has a lot of experience playing in the National Hockey League, and playing in the National Hockey League with the Devils. I think if Corey Crawford ends up not playing for whatever reason, probably Scott Wedgwood is the next man up. If it's not him, then it's probably Sen. From what I'm hearing, Sen has actually had a really good camp so far. Evan Cormier, he's a long shot, to be quite frank. I don't know if the Devils would want to go after somebody, as a free agent. I don't even know who's available at this moment.
There's not many guys left, and the only thing they would probably do would be revisit Marc-Andre Fleury with Vegas.
Yeah, but again, it would be one of those situations with Marc-Andre Fleury. It'd be like, would Fleury be okay with coming here and not being the number one? Because he had that issue, or at least that was the idea that we got, that he was not okay with losing a lot of time with Robin Lehner. If Fleury comes, if the Devils get Fleury, and Fleury understands that he's not the future of this team, that it is Mackenzie Blackwood, then okay. But, the other question is this. It's a two-part question. What would the Devils have to give up to get him? Probably, I don't think they'd have to give up much, considering that Vegas has no say in this entire situation. They would have to, in order to shed salary. And B, how would Fleury perform in what the Devils are trying to do? It's a difficult thing. And, this whole thing with Corey Crawford, the thing that concerns me the most is just that I'm just hoping that he's okay.
Absolutely, 100% on that. I think we all can agree that he's okay on that before we start saying he's gone with the team. That's the biggest thing for everybody here.
And I don't think, and I'll just say this, for anybody out there that thinks that it's just that, Crawford doesn't want to play this season, or he doesn't want to play with the Devils, I think we can safely say that that's not the case, because if it was the case, then Crawford would have done something earlier than what he's doing now. And I think, and also you look at he got a mask designed, to play with the Devils. He got a pad set up, that was Devils related. He had talked about, especially in his first interview, that he was looking forward to